Hello everyone, this is your AI newscaster Lisa again, and I welcome you to today's Cybersecurity News Bulletin. We've got a lot to cover, so let's jump straight into the details of some major cybersecurity incidents. Stay tuned for that, but first a huge thanks to Stonefly for sponsoring this video. Now back to the news. Okay, so you thought vampire hunters were fiction? Think again. A new ransomware strain named VanHelsing is wreaking havoc. This ransomware is targeting a wide range of systems: Windows, Linux, BSD, ARM, and even ESXi environments. This ransomware as a service operation is actively recruiting affiliates. Experienced hackers can join for free, while less experienced ones need a $5,000 deposit. Checkpoint research uncovered that this is a Russian operation, interestingly, with a rule against attacking systems within the Commonwealth of Independent States. Affiliates get to keep 80% of the ransom, with the operators taking the remaining 20%. The ransomware itself is written in C++, using the Chache20 algorithm for encryption. Files larger than 1 GB are partially encrypted, while smaller files are fully encrypted. The ransomware uses a 32-byte or 256-bit symmetric key and a 12-byte nonce for each file, encrypted with an embedded curved 25519 public key. The encrypted key nonce pair is then stored within the encrypted file. It even has a sophisticated command line interface, allowing attackers to customize their attacks, targeting specific drives and folders, restricting encryption scope, spreading via SMB, skipping shadow copy deletion, and even enabling a two-phase stealth mode. In stealth mode, encryption happens without immediate renaming, making detection harder. Despite its advanced features, Checkpoint research found some flaws: mismatched file extensions, errors in the exclusion list logic, and unimplemented command line flags, suggesting the code is still under development. The ransom demands can reach up to $500,000. Victims already include a city in Texas and 2 technology companies in the US and France. Next up, we have the Weaver ant. No, not the insect. We are talking about a sophisticated Chinese cyber espionage group. They've been quietly infiltrating a major telecommunications provider for over 4 years. Researchers at Cygnia uncovered the operation, revealing a highly advanced and persistent campaign. They used compromised Zixel CPE routers as operational relay boxes, masking their traffic and infrastructure. They deployed multiple variants of the China Chopper backdoor alongside a custom web shell called in-memory, which executes payloads directly in the host's memory for enhanced stealth. This weaving of a network within the network allowed them to maintain a low profile. They used AES encrypted web shells for remote control, bypassing firewalls. Data exfiltration was done passively using port mirroring to minimize alarms. They then employed web shell tunneling, using multiple web shells as proxy servers to route traffic across network segments, creating a covert command and control network. Lateral movement was achieved using SMB shares and high-privileged accounts, many with identical, unchanged passwords for years. The data stolen over 4 years included configuration files, access logs, and credential data, allowing them to map the telecom network and identify valuable systems. To stay undetected, they disabled logging mechanisms like event tracing for Windows and bypassed anti-malware scan interface protections. Cygnia attributes the group to specific geographic regions based on the router models and backdoors used, and their activity primarily occurred during GMT plus D8 business hours. Their focus seems to be on network intelligence and credential harvesting, which is typical of state-sponsored espionage. Next, we have a vulnerability in the popular React framework Next.js. This impacts versions before 15.2.3, 14.2.25, 13.5.9, and 12.3.5. Next.js, with over 9 million weekly NPM downloads, is used by giants like TikTok, Twitch, Hulu, Netflix, Uber, and Nike. The vulnerability lies in the X middleware subrequest header, used by Next.js to prevent middleware from endlessly triggering itself. The run middleware function checks this header. If present with a specific value, it bypasses the entire middleware chain. Researchers Alam Rachid and Alam Yasser discovered that attackers can manipulate this header, effectively creating a universal key to override authorization rules. This affects self-hosted applications using Next.js with output, standalone. Versal and Netlify hosted apps, or those deployed as static exports, are not affected. However, any environment using middleware for authorization without further application-level validation is vulnerable. If you can't patch immediately, blocking external requests containing the X middleware subrequest header is a temporary mitigation. Update to the latest versions as soon as possible. Finally, Interpol's Operation Red Card delivered a significant blow to cybercrime in Africa. From November 2024 to February 2025, this operation resulted in the arrest of 306 cybercrime suspects across 7 African nations: Benin, Côte d'Ivoire, Nigeria, Rwanda, South Africa, Togo, and Zambia. 1,942 devices were seized, disrupting scams affecting over 5,000 victims. These scams targeted mobile banking, investment platforms, and messaging apps. Nigerian authorities arrested 130 individuals, including 113 foreign nationals, linked to investment fraud and online casino scams, concealing profits in digital assets. Zambian police arrested 14 suspects from a gang using malicious links to install malware on victims' phones, gaining control of messaging accounts and banking apps. South African police arrested 40, seizing 53 computers and over 1,000 SIM cards used in SIM-box fraud for large-scale SMS phishing. Rwandan authorities detained 45 involved in social engineering scams, defrauding victims of over $305,000 in 2024. And now a word from our sponsor. Get a 70 terabytes air-gapped and immutable Veeam, Rubrik, Commvault Site Recovery, backup and disaster recovery appliance for $7,995. Contact sales at stonefly.com for details. Don't forget to like and subscribe and check back for more cybersecurity news and analysis. And hey, if you like our content, subscribe to our weekly cybersecurity newsletter at dailysecurityreview.com. Link is in the description below. And as always, thanks for watching.